everyone, this is Maki. Today I have some exciting news about the Gundam game. The preview for a new story in UC Engage has been released. The story is called Crossover UCE. The first episode was released earlier. Gundam Formula 91 and Unicorn Gundam appear in the final battle depicted in Bui Gundam. This story isn't part of the actual history, but rather takes the form of a story depicted in a library containing data on historical events. It's a kind of celebration of the 45th anniversary of the Gundam series. The combat capabilities of the mobile suits are also portrayed with a focus and drama. For example, the generator power of Gundam Formula 91 is 4,250 kWh. In contrast, the generator power of the mass-produced mobile suit Zoat, which appears in Bui Gundam, is 5,280 kWh. While superiority isn't determined solely by generator power, it's a pretty significant difference. However, in the story of Crossover UCE, Formula 91 destroys Zoat with a single blow. Regarding this point, it is best for each fan to interpret it in their own way, such as I am calculating on the simulator assuming that the Formula 91 was manufactured with the technological level of the Bui Gundam era. Now, let's take a look at the new mobile suits and the preview content. Are you ready? We will now commence operations at Angel Halo. Angel Halo is a weapon that uses psychic waves to remove the will to fight from people's hearts. But can such a leisurely operation really eradicate the culture of war from humanity? Come on, hit the subscribe button and activate the mobile armor of Racier. Let the new nobility rule the world. A new Gundam makes its debut. It is the Narrative Gundam B2 packs. The new design was created by the veteran designer of the Gundam series, Mr. Hajime Kotoki. This Gundam is piloted by the protagonist of Gundam Narrative Yonabasta. There are several types of equipment, the A packs, which operate like large mobile armors, the B packs, which are designed for battle within colonies using wired remote attack devices, and the C packs, which are makeshift equipment using cycle frame. The newly unveiled B2 packs appear to be an advanced version of the B packs. What kind of weapons do they have? At first glance, they resemble the beam gatling gun used by the Unicorn Gundam. The beam gatling gun was a weapon used by Neo, Zeon. However, by installing software from Anaheim Electronics, it could also be used by the Unicorn Gundam. It wouldn't be surprising if Anaheim Electronics had the data. The Narrative Gundam is a mobile suit used by the Leo company, which received a contract from Anaheim Electronics to test its operation. It's not unexpected that weapons designed by Anaheim Electronics were provided. It's a rather surprising development that the B2 packs are equipped with a beam gatling gun. The B packs of Narrative Gundam have missiles and Vulcan cannons as their main weapons. Beam weapons are usually avoided in space colonies due to their excessive destructive power. This is a common understanding and basic common sense among nations and military forces living in the universal century. In the history of Gundam Narrative, both the Earth Federation forces and the Neo Zeon forces act to avoid battles inside space colonies. The alternate actions of firing a beam weapon inside the colony were recognized as abnormal behavior, not only by the Earth Federation forces, but also by their ally, the Neo Zeon forces. If the B2 packs are equipped with weapons that adhere to common sense, they should use metal bullets instead of beam weapons. However, there are exceptions. In Gundam Unicorn, the forces of the Earth Federation, desperate to seize the LOVE&PIECE's books, often use beam weapons inside the colonies. May the crews of Neo Zeon, on the other hand, tries to defeat enemies in close combat as much as possible. She uses precise sniping, with funnels in an attempt to disable the enemy's combat capabilities. The Earth Federation forces, on the other hand, disregard the damage to the colony and use beam weapons excessively, resulting in a large number of civilian casualties. In the scene where Maida attacks Razel with funnels, her goal is to disable Razel's combat capabilities. However, right after Maida shows a moment of pain on her face, the funnels destroy Razel's engine, causing a nuclear explosion. This is not simply because Maida made a piloting error. She felt the pain and suffering of the massive civilian casualties, which caused her to fail in her sniping attempt. Fighting that causes damage to colonies is a serious matter that should be avoided by all nations. Based on this common sense, the weapons of the Narrative Gundam B2 packs should ideally use metal bullets. Then why are they equipped with a beam gathering gun? Some fans might think that the B2 packs are similar to the shield funnels of the Unicorn Gundam. However, as I mentioned earlier, the B-Pack's classification is for fighting within colonies, so it doesn't include funnels or other cycle weapons. For Narrative Gundam, the C-Packs are the ones equipped with cycle frames. But this is just based on common sense. Take for example the NTD system of the Unicorn Gundam. The engineers involved in its development were told that it was the Nudie drive system. However, it was also called the Nudie destroyer system. Alberto Visto said the Unicorn Gundam's NTD is not a Nudie destroyer as originally envisioned. By incorporating the LOVE&PIECE program, it has become a system that would be more appropriately called a Nudie drive. This is an example of how the names of weapons are not always correct. The B2 packs of the Narrative Gundam are quite mysterious. Upon closer inspection, the shield seems to have a transformation mechanism built into it. The central groove looks like it could open up to reveal internal components. This is purely my personal opinion, but I get the impression that the barrel part unfolds and moves like fingers, like the Neo Zeon. Let's see how it works in action. There are other interesting elements to discuss. One such scene shows Gundam Formula 91 and B-Nagino flying back to back. It's reminiscent of the choreography seen in the movie. In the movie, they turned at a very high speed. But in this footage, they turn slowly. Do you know why? In the movie, they were spinning during a battle with the Crossbone Vanguard's weapon, the Bugs. This tactic used the Crossbone's friend door for identification signal. Ceci Lee, who piloted B-Nagina and had defected from the Crossbone Vanguard to support Seabook and his allies, still had her crossbow identification signal. As a result, the Bugs couldn't attack B-Nagina. Ceci Lee used this to shield Gundam Formula 91 from the Bugs' attacks. In Crossover E, they fight against the Zanscale Empire. Therefore, there's no need for high-speed rotation. In the new story, it seems that Zoltan Akanen and Angelo Zalper from Neo Zeon appear as enemies. In addition, Seabook is surprised to see Carl Warner piloting the LOVE&PIECE here. What kind of story will unfold? Thanks for watching to the end. See you in the next episode.